Well, she's a no-brainer. She has stunning beauty. She writes all her own songs. She's really the most gifted young female talent around. And so, yeah, it's you just see her and you know that she's an all-timer.
Yeah.
But people in the music industry really don't like Clive Davis, most of them. And his criminality is kind of amazing.
Rumors have been spreading online claiming that Clive Davis has died. And some people have reacted by saying the only sad part is that Whitney Houston was not alive to see it. While that opinion may sound very harsh, it reflects the strong feelings some people have about the way Davis was accused of treating Whitney during her career. After hearing Alicia Keys speak about the music industry and the pressures artists often face, some fans believe Whitney may have experienced similar struggles. Many critics claim that when Whitney no longer wanted to follow the path others expected her to take, Clive Davis quickly turned against her instead of standing by her. Whether every accusation is true or not, these stories have kept the debate alive for years. Supporters of Whitney believe she deserved more loyalty, respect, and understanding from the people who helped shape her career.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Yeah, because, I know.
According to claims being shared online, Clive Davis passed away peacefully at his home, leaving behind a fortune reportedly worth around $850 million. Some people reacted with celebration, while others remembered his influence on the music industry. Many agree that Davis had an incredible ability to discover talented singers and helped introduce some of the biggest stars to the world. At the same time, he has faced serious accusations for decades. Critics have claimed that he mishandled artists' finances, took advantage of their success, and was connected to troubling events involving famous performers. These allegations have never all been proven, but they have continued to shape his public image. Even with the controversy, several celebrities praised his career and described him as a powerful figure in the industry. Others questioned those tributes, pointing to old stories, including claims that Oprah Winfrey once asked people to keep quiet after Whitney Houston reportedly suffered a relapse and collapsed at an event. These stories remain widely debated and continue to divide public opinion.
First interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her attention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
The speaker argues that Oprah Winfrey should spend more time answering questions about the missing girls connected to her school in South Africa, instead of praising powerful people in the entertainment industry. The speaker also claims that Oprah has secrets just as significant as those people, although these are personal opinions rather than proven facts. Alicia Keys, however, shared a heartfelt tribute to Clive Davis, saying he believed in her when she was only 18 years old and supported her throughout her career. She thanked him for seeing her potential and helping her achieve her dreams. According to the speaker, Davis played a major role in shaping Alicia's career, from her music and image to her public reputation. The speaker suggests that Alicia avoided public controversies because that approach benefited her career. The speaker also claims that many artists were not as fortunate and points to long-standing rumors and allegations surrounding the music industry. Finally, the speaker mentions comments by Cat Williams, who claimed that powerful people sometimes profit after famous artists die, although he did not provide evidence to support that accusation.
In business, nothing is coincidental, or you would be hearing who's losing money. In all of these situations, it's only the artist that's losing. Somebody makes big money. When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts. Now only got to deal with the mama, only got to see her once a year.
The speaker claims that Clive Davis benefited financially after Whitney Houston's death and points to an anonymous blind item that compared Whitney's story to that of Janis Joplin. These claims have never been proven, but the speaker argues that both singers experienced similar treatment during their careers. Janis Joplin was only 24 years old when Clive Davis signed her to Columbia Records after her unforgettable performance at the Monterey Pop Festival. He strongly believed in her talent and encouraged her to leave her band and begin a solo career. According to the speaker, Janis became unhappy with the constant touring, commercial pressure, and the way the music industry tried to reshape her image. As her struggles with drug addiction grew, she reportedly clashed with Davis and wanted more control over her life. Janis was later found dead in a motel room, and her death was officially ruled an accidental heroin overdose combined with alcohol. However, some people have questioned that conclusion without providing evidence. The speaker also points out that Janis's music became even more valuable after her death because her albums continued to earn millions. The speaker then compares this to Whitney Houston's career, saying Clive Davis helped make her a global superstar and arranged her historic recording contract. Although the deal looked like a major success, the speaker claims it placed enormous financial pressure on Whitney because she had to earn back her large advance through album sales, touring, and endorsements before receiving additional payments.
One of those lifetime memories, because you don't forget it. I heard about this young, stunning, beautiful singer who was appearing in her mother's act, and it was a club called Sweetwater, and I went down there, and she was singing backup with her brother for her mother, and then she stepped out to do 2 solos. And the hair on your arms and the tingle goes up your spine. And it was an amazing, of course, it's an indelible experience. It's an indelible memory.
Whitney Houston was one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with more than 200 million albums and singles sold worldwide. At the peak of her career, she reportedly earned as much as $30 million a year from touring. The speaker claims that after Whitney signed a major recording contract, her album sales declined and her record label blamed digital piracy for the drop. Meanwhile, the speaker alleges that Whitney's financial obligations to her record label continued to grow because of advances and loans connected to her contract. According to the speaker, these loans left her deeply tied to the label, and some people claim that her estate would struggle to receive future royalty payments. These allegations have not been established as fact. The speaker then compares Whitney's situation to that of Janis Joplin, suggesting that both artists became more valuable after their deaths. The speaker also claims that Whitney had been talking about slowing down and improving her life before she died in 2012 at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Official investigators concluded that Whitney accidentally drowned, with heart disease and cocaine use listed as contributing factors. However, the speaker points to unproven claims from private investigators and others who questioned the official findings, including allegations about injuries on her body and the possibility that someone else was involved. Those claims remain disputed, and no one has been criminally convicted in connection with Whitney Houston's death.
Hubel says he has surveillance video from the Beverly Hilton, where Houston was staying when she died in February, that supports his story. Contrary to the coroner's conclusion that her death was accidental, Hubel claims that Houston's body shows classic defense wounds consistent with someone fighting for her life.
A few days before her death, Whitney Houston unexpectedly appeared during an interview with Clive Davis, Monica, and Brandy. During the visit, she quietly handed Brandy a note. The speaker also claims Whitney mentioned that she had nearly drowned twice before, a comment that has continued to spark discussion among some fans.
I stopped it. All of you. Okay, 2 hours a day. It's for you. 2 hours a day. I'm just saying love it because I can't. I love it. It's my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi to Come say hi to your godfather. Okay? Come say hi to your goddad.
The speaker also questions Clive Davis's reaction after Whitney Houston's death. According to the speaker, many people at the event were crying or in shock, while Davis appeared calm. The speaker claims he insisted the party continue, asked guests to honor Whitney with a tribute, and allegedly requested that her body not be removed until the event had ended. These claims have been widely discussed but remain disputed.
Well, you're a very small minority, because if you knew Whitney better, you knew she was not there to perform.
Yeah.
This was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year. This party was so part of her.
So you're saying that she
so
would've...
that the family, we spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
Her body was still upstairs.
But we dedicated the evening. Whitney would have wanted this party to go on any more than the Grammys should stop.
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know, I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her. So they were like, I don't understand how that party.
The speaker argues that Clive Davis's comments after Whitney Houston's death did not sound like those of someone who had known her since she was a teenager or shared a close personal bond with her. Instead, the speaker claims that Whitney was viewed mainly as a valuable business asset. The speaker goes on to allege, without presenting evidence, that Davis knew more about the circumstances of Whitney's death than he publicly admitted, and even suggests that he may have expected something to happen that night. These are serious allegations that have never been proven. According to the speaker, Davis believed Whitney's well-known struggles with drug addiction would cause people to accept the official explanation without asking further questions. The speaker also criticizes Whitney's recording contract, claiming it was designed in a way that she would never be able to fully meet its financial demands. The speaker describes Davis as greedy and exploitative, expressing the personal belief that he profited from talented artists rather than protecting them. The video ends by encouraging viewers to share their own opinions in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more content.